Todd Graham joins me now. He's the director of debate at Southern Illinois University and has been named the National Debate Coach of the Year 3 times. Todd, good morning. Good to see you once again. So,
good morning.
Win, lose, or draw last night?
Win. It was a twofold win. It was first a win for finally debate. I've been having to defend my life's profession for almost a month ever since that first debate, and it was so disastrous. And people are like, Todd, you threw your life away. And so I'm like, no, that wasn't debate. Trust me, it can get better. So it was a win for the American public. It was a win for the activity of debate. However, not perfect, so we'll talk about that in a moment. So that's the first win. The second win is on substance. I thought Joe Biden had a much better debate than on Donald Trump last night. So it was a very, very distinct difference between the two when you actually got down to the brass tacks and listening to their answers.
And yet, Todd, a lot of people are saying it was a great night for President Trump. He clearly took the advice of his advisors. He didn't come out and try to steamroll Joe Biden. He was much more measured, and I don't know if it was the mute button or the idea of the mute button, but wasn't interrupting as much either.
No, he wasn't. And that you're right. It could be the mute button started it off on the right track. It could just be that every one of his advisors, from Kellyanne Conway all the way down, told him, please don't interrupt anymore. But either way, he was a little bit better. I'll give partial credit to both. That's fine. However, one of the things in coaching debate I learned many, many years ago is kind of how judges have a psychology about them. If they think you were bad in one debate, then they tend to, and this is in every form of debate, they tend to give you credit if you improve somewhat what they asked for in the next debate. My own teams have won so many debates by simply doing what the judge asked them to do in the next debate. Even though we probably weren't good enough to win the debate, the judge was just so happy. And so when the audience says they thought Trump had a better debate, it's, in my opinion, it was like Trump going from the very, very bottom to going up a little bit higher. But that doesn't necessarily mean he had an excellent debate when we're judging him on his answers and on his honesty.
Okay, was there one line or zinger from Joe Biden or Donald Trump that you think will really stick today and really resonated with viewers?
I don't know if there was a line. I know that Joe Biden had a couple of good points about Donald Trump. I liked how he said that the coronavirus, we're learning to die from it instead of learning to live with it. And so I thought that was a particularly good line. But remember, debates aren't always about knockouts. I think debates are about a cumulative effect. So after 45 minutes or an hour, I was looking down and I just went, wow, this debate is really a blowout for Joe Biden. If you look at how they're answering the questions specifically to what will we do in the future? What does the next 4 years look like? Trump, I have on my CNN.com article, you can look for it soon, I have written down his answers to the questions. He didn't answer a single question for all 6 topics about how he can improve in the future. So if you really want to look for who to vote for president, it was quite obvious last night.
Okay, and finally, Todd, before you go, we have to talk about the moderator who was loved by Twitter. There's not a bad word that is being said about Kristen Welker and her job there last night.
Well, if you're looking for a bad word, you've came to the right person. So I thought Kristen Welker did a better job, but if I graded her, I would give her a C. And here is why. She had great questions. They were front-loaded. They had all the facts in them. And so that was excellent. But still, she started something obvious my debaters do all the time. She started the debate too slowly. I could tell she wasn't going to finish the topics. If you noticed, she went way too heavy at the top. By the time she got to the last topic, leadership, she gave them each 1 minute, and then the debate was over. So that was one of her problems. Another one is just how she did the open discussion. She wasn't really ready for follow-ups, and she did no fact-checking. If you look at the amount of falsehoods in that debate, it was still very, very high. So again, we were grading her on a curve. She was the best by far of the moderators this year, but that still doesn't make it a perfect job. A moderator has to control the debate, yes, but then has to make sure the candidates have follow-up questions. Can you prove that? Did you have examples for that? And she failed in that respect. But I still give her a C. I thought she did fine, but let's not go overboard in that.
You are tough, Todd Graham.
I am tough. It's true.
I learn a lot from you. We all do. Todd Graham, Director of Debate at Southern Illinois University. Thanks so much. You have a great day.
Thank you.